this video we are going for to learn. We are going to learn about second type of graph connectivity concept, that is vertex connectivity. Only last video we already discussed what is edge connectivity concept. Now we are discussing about vertex connectivity concept. For the case of vertex connectivity, again we go before going to the chapter card vertex concept. First of all, we have to remember something. When we try to remove an edge, we do not remove its end vertices, right? Let us think about the situation. If we try to remove an edge, we never remove its end vertices, right? But when we try to remove an vertex, then think about the situation. Any edge incident on that vertex are automatically removed. Let us go for this example. If you try to remove this C vertex, naturally, if you try to remove this C vertex, naturally this edge will be removed automatically. This CD edge will be removed automatically, right? CE edge will be removed. This is the basic difference with the vertex connectivity case and edge connectivity case. When you try to, or rather, you can say the cut vertex versus cut edge difference. So that's the basic difference. If we try to remove the vertex, automatically the edge incident on the vertex are removed. Whether in the case of edge connectivity, if we try to remove an edge, that does not mean that end vertexes are removed. Okay. So again, another thing we have to consider, that is the case of application. When a graph, if a graph represents a computer network, the vertex connectivity means what? The vertex connectivity gives the number of node failures that the network can tolerate. Number of node failures that the network can tolerate. Vertex connectivity is a number. Vertex connectivity of the graph is a number that has a huge application in the network architecture. That number gives the number of node failures that that, that the given network, computer network can tolerate. Okay. Now, what is vertex connectivity? Quite simple. Like just like the previous edge connectivity concept. If we try to remove this, for example, uh, for this graph G, we try to remove a vertex, so that graph will be disconnected. Let us see. Let us start with experimentally. Let us, if we try to remove A, assume this edge will be removed, this edge will be removed, but that doesn't mean the graph is disconnected. Okay. That doesn't mean the graph is disconnected. Let us try for C, arbitrary. Okay. If we try to C remove vertex C, this edge will disconnected, this edge will disconnected, and this edge will disconnected. Right? Again, that does not mean the total graph is disconnected, because if we remove this, and if we remove this, graph is not disconnected. Okay, and C will be not there. Right? The graph is not disconnected. So, if we search and experimentally, we can see that for the graph G1, there is only one cut vertex E. How? If we cut E vertex, or if we remove that E vertex, you can see this edge and this edge will be removed. Right? What we have then? We have two components like this. We have two components A, B, C, D, and another component contains only the vertex F. So you may say that in this case of G1, E is the only cut vertex. Cut vertex means the vertex whose removal makes the graph disconnected. Similarly, for the case of G2, there are two vertex, cut vertex. One is D1 and one is E1. Right. Now, again, for this case of vertex connectivity, it may happen for some graph, it may happen that only one vertex is not enough to make that graph disconnected. It may happen. It may happen that for some graph, only one vertex is not enough to make that graph disconnected. That means two or more number of vertex may be required to make that graph disconnected. So we get the definition of the vertex connectivity. Minimum number of vertices whose deletion from G makes G disconnected is called vertex connectivity. Remember, there is no cut set type concept present in the vertex connectivity chapter. Minimum, what is the, I repeat again, what is the minimum vertex connectivity? Minimum number of vertices whose deletion from the G, vertex, graph G makes G, the graph, disconnected. That number is called vertex connectivity of that G. Let us go for an example of that. Let, for the graph G3, we see here, you try, we have to remove minimum two vertices. We have to remove minimum two vertices like B, C. You may remove B or C. Minimum two vertices required to make this graph disconnected. You may remove B and C. Like if you remove BC, this will be cancelled. This edge 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 will be cancelled, right? So only you have actually this is cancelled. C removed. So this is cancelled. 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 If we remove B and C from this graph, only two components are there. One is the vertex A, and another is a triangle shaped graph like DEF. Right? So there are two components. So for this particular case, for this particular graph, you have vertex connectivity is 2 because that the minimum number of vertex required to make this graph disconnected is 2. It may happen graph may have no cut vertex. Okay. Graph may have no cut vertex like the graph G3. G3, although the vertex connectivity is 2, but in G3 there is no single vertex present, which makes the G3 disconnected. So G3 has no cut vertex. G graph have many cut vertex like the case G2. Graph has many cut vertex like the case G2. G2 has two cut vertex like D1 as well as E1. If you remove D1, graph is disconnected. If you remove E1, then also graph is disconnected. Okay. And vertex connectivity of a cycle is 2. If you think for a particular cycle, there is minimum 2 number of vertex required to make that cycle disconnected. There is one vertex removal is not enough to make the cycle disconnected. Okay. Again, for a path, only one vertex is enough to make that path disconnected. Okay. Similarly, for a tree, if the degree of the vertex is greater than or equal to 2, then that vertex is a cut vertex. How? Let us think about the leaf for the tree when the degree of the vertex is 1. If you remove a vertex, if you remove a leaf, that does not imply the tree is disconnected. But if you try to remove an intermediate vertex of the tree, if you think about the situation of the tree, if you try to remove an intermediate vertex of the tree, you can assume, you can see the tree is disconnected, right? That means, and you know, for the tree, intermediate vertex degree will be greater than or equal to 2. Similarly, for a binary tree, the number of cut vertex will be n minus 1 by 2. Why? For the case of binary tree, that we know the total number of vertex of the tree is n, denoted by the symbol n. And for the case of binary tree, the number of pendant vertex or the number of leaves is n plus 1 by 2. Number of leaves is n plus 1 by 2, number of pendant vertex. So if you subtract n plus 1 by 2 from n, that is, you have n minus n plus 1 by 2, that is n minus 1 by 2. That is n minus 1 by 2 is the number of intermediate vertices for the binary tree. And for the case of all intermediate vertices in the binary tree, the number of for the case of all intermediate vertices of the binary tree, degree will be greater than or equal to 2, and so all intermediate vertices are the card vertex. Okay. Again, there is another term related with the card vertex, that is called separable graph. And as well as the separable graph, we have to learn what is block. A graph G is said to be separable if it has a card vertex. For example, in our case, G3 is not a separable graph because it has no card vertex. G2 is separable graph because it has two card vertex. G1 is separable graph. G1 is separable graph because it has a card vertex. G2 is separable graph because it has two card vertex. G3 is not separable graph because it has no card vertex. Okay. Graph is separable if it has a card vertex. Now, what do we mean by block? Let us go for the example G1. We already know for the example G1, E, the vertex E is the card vertex. Now, a separable graph has two or more subgraphs. Each of those subgraphs are called block. Right? A separable graph, if we for the presence of the card vertex, a separable graph has two or more number of subgraphs, right? For the presence of the card vertex, separable graph has two or more number of subgraphs, right? Each subgraph is called the block of that graph. Let us go for example. For the graph G1, E is the, we already know E is the card vertex, so it has two block, right? Similarly, for the case G2, for this case G2, right? We have three number of blocks, right? For the case G4, say we use another graph like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We see there are three card vertex like this, like B can be treated as card vertex, C is also a card vertex, and D is also a card vertex. But we see there are five number of blocks, right? AB is the block, BC is a block, CD is a block, D is a block, CFG is another block. Block is a subgraph, right? Subgraph or component of the graph and so on. Similarly, for the case number G5, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only one card vertex is this, but there are 6 number of blocks. So there is no such standard relationship between blocks and card vertex. We have to calculate how many blocks are there, depending on and we have to calculate how many card vertex